Recently, I was thinking about all the weight loss or fat burning or fat inhibitors, blah, 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 herbs that have been talked about in the last like 10 years. And one of them came to mind that everybody was selling. And I'm telling you, all these YouTube doctors get on and they just sit there and they rave about these things. But yet, when they are obsolete and people aren't using them anymore, people learn more, they're really just a fad, whatever. No one gets back on and talks about them as in, maybe I shouldn't have recommended them. No, they really don't work that great. And one of them comes to mind is Garcinia cambogia. Kill me if I'm saying it wrong, whatever. But anyway, I took it. I actually lost weight, but I was also under stress. And when I'm under stress, I eat less. I was going through a breakup and things like that. A few things were going on, but the breakup really what did it. And I lost the weight pretty fast. And I thought it was the Garcinia cambogia because I was desperate to feel good. I wanted to feel good fast, and that's what I mean by desperate to feel good. So I started searching for things that would help me lose weight because that's what was making me feel uncomfortable about myself because the person was mean and it made me feel horrible. So I thought if I lost weight, I could feel good, which I really did. And anyways, 10 years later, I'm thinking how I seen Garcinia cambogia everywhere. I recommended it to people too. And now it's nowhere to be seen. So I went and looked online, and none of the doctors that were recommending it before had their pop-ups show up on my internet search, which I do use DuckDuckGo, but DuckDuckGo is up to date. They do have an assist. Anyways, I guess there was some liver damage that could have been done with some of it. Maybe that's why. But my point is come on, guys. Come back on, Dr. Berg, Dr. Oz, Dr. You, Dr. That, Dr. You, all you. Come back on. Tell us why you no longer recommend and you went on to the next fad. Stop being an inquiring mind wants to know dietary fad magazine and start actually doing some research and go further and farther in depth before you decide to go online and make a YouTube video explaining why you want us to go out and purchase something or to start something or to buy your product you make. Make it scientifically backed by your own studies as far as you can go down the rabbit hole until you find what information, then be open, honest, and say there is no studies or whatever, but don't jump on the fad wagon because you're not doing us any good. You're hurting us. We go to YouTube because we can't afford doctors. We take a doctor that says they're a doctor, and it doesn't matter if you're a doctor in medicine, you're a doctor in psychiatry, or you're a doctor in physical therapy, or a chiropractic doctor, or whatnot. You have a responsibility to do all the research, all the legwork for us. We shouldn't watch your videos and then have to go out and find out how much of what you say, doctors, is true. Do your research. There are some wonderful doctors on YouTube that actually go down the rabbit hole. Dr. Eckberg. Woohoo. I could sit here and keep going, but most of my doctors nowadays are physical therapists, and they're not recommending anything other than ways to relieve pain without going to a pain specialist for 30-something years like I did until I fired those doctors because I'm always going to have sciatica. But I know why I'm getting it, and I know how what I have to do to rid my body of that excruciating pain, and it sure as heck ain't injections of sugar or salt or a steroid, and it sure ain't painkillers for the rest of my life. So therefore, I thank those doctors on YouTube. They have saved my life. They saved my liver. They saved my stomach lining. They saved my throat. They saved me from ever getting addiction because you know what? I could have became addicted, but I'm not an addictive person per se, so I don't like being high. So therefore, can only take them as needed. That's just how I am. Anyways, what I want to say though is go clear up your mess. Thank you.